Hey y'all, Rhonda here. Hope everyone's doing well. Well. Spellbinders new release. I know, but this is so cool. I mean, this is like what Spellbinders is all about. Mixing and matching, and like if you just got this, you would be set forever. I mean, this is so versatile. This is just this piece and that piece and seasons and it's all that in a bag of chips. I'm just telling you. All right, well, we'll go over that in a minute. Tim Holtz Media Surface Matte. Hot off the press. So this is, I have his glass mat under here, but I don't work on that because the reflection of the lights. Which, I mean, I love this because, you know, you put your paint on it, you can get it all dirty and wipe it off, and I love it. But for filming, I have to have something that doesn't just blow you away. So I thought, well, shall we? This is supposed to be the bomb diggity. Let's just see what it looks like. It's supposed to be, let's see what it says here. Well, it says stuff in these little bitty circles, but I can't read it. I know it's supposed to be heat resistant. It's supposed to be, you know, get it dirty and wipe it off. Oh, I bet you this is, okay. It comes, okay, this is what it looks like. It's supposed to be the same thing as, you know, when you get your media mat, your glass media mat with him, there's one of these that goes over here, that little area. Back up just a little bit. We look like we're a little too close. Okay, we'll try that. Anyway, so it's a little mat that goes on this that you can do all kinds of stuff with. So this is supposed to be the same thing as that. So heat resistant and clean it up and all that stuff. But anyway, so the back has a plastic liner. I'm gonna have to go watch his videos. So is it supposed to cover the whole thing? Well, almost. And I guess it covers this because it's going to stick. Yeah, you can see it shiny. It's going to stick on here. So we'll have to put this on, and then it has these little corners. I don't know quite what they're for. Reinforced. I shall go watch his video and give you some more information. But this would be great if it works, because I think I would like a lighter background to work on. Plus, it wouldn't have the glare. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But that's what it looks like. And, oh my goodness. Okay, I'll stay up there and be still. I was in Hoblob. I need to clean this off. The other day, and this Master's Touch was on sale. I mean, this was $8.99, and it was on sale for 40 or 50% off. So, hand-blown pearlescent pen and pen rest. So I was like, yeah, because I've seen these before, and I thought, I want to try it. So look at this. Is that not super cool? And then this is the end. And it has a little schmutz on the end of it because I tried it. And so it has these little grooves. So when you dip your pen in the ink, it kind of stays in those grooves. And then as you write, it pulls it down. Is that not cool? And then here's a little pen rest. So it's a little glass. So your little pen goes on there and rests. How cool is that? And then it comes with a little bottle of ink, calligraphy ink. Now, I'm no calligraphy person by any means. You can tell I've already tried it because I'm getting all schmutzy. But I like to think I am. It's like, you know, when you're in the car singing, you think you are. You think you're Mariah Carey or whoever. And that's okay. So I think I am a pen master, writer, connoisseur kind of person. Ooh, I'm not though. All right, but let me show you. So has this big X on the top, and I'm thinking, okay, do you cut that? No, I figured it out. This is just the ink stopper thing, and I'm gonna get ink all over me again. So you just pop this off like this. And you get a little ink on you. Yeah, so you can have a little gross on your hands. Okay, so that's ink. So what I did notice, and I'm sure there's a way to get around this, I just don't know it yet. So you dip it in. You know, I did, excuse me, all the way. Okay, let me scooch you in. Let's whoops, wrong way. Let's scooch you in. Okay, is that too close? Put your seatbelt on. Okay, so you can see I dipped it in quite a ways. You could even go a little bit further. Okay, well, there's quite a bit of ink on the end. So what I do is just gently tap it on the side there and get rid of some of that. So then I just write. So, and I noticed like at the very beginning, because there's a lot of ink right there, you kind of have to write fast and not like really slow and calligraphy like. So, so that is a little fat, little, you know, so I don't know if you're supposed to like let that drain a little bit more, but, you know, but isn't that cool? It just keeps going. And like there's still a bit more on there. I mean, it's just super cool. I mean, I love it. Love it. It's so much fun, and it just keeps going, and then all that will kind of start going away. But I thought this would be fun to doodle like in your junk journals or something. See how that kind of, and you can write fast with it too. That's what's cool, you know. I mean, and you think there's no ink on there, but there is. I mean, it is super cool. And you just keep going and just keep going. And then you can make little, and I like the way this is, how that's shaped. It's very finger friendly. I don't know if it's ergonomically friendly, but it's finger friendly. You can make little, oh, am I running out? I'm running out now. Oh, there's a little bit. Make little squigglies, and then you just dip it in there and you go again. And I guess if you do it deeper, but see, there's a whole bunch there on the end. And so I just, like I said, tap it off in there. And I'm sure that's pulling the ink out of those little things. But then, because the first time I did it, it was like, I mean, a whole bunch. See how it's a lot thicker there. But then the more you go, and like I said, kind of the faster you go, then it works better. And this is just copy paper. And see, the thicker it does go through a little bit. But you'd want to use, you know, better paper than that. But isn't that cool? I mean, you could just doodle all day long. I mean, I'm loving this. You know, there's a little flower for you. And then I noticed, like, if you don't have enough ink, then you, like, rotate it. Yeah, and then you just, so I don't know how that, I don't, has to do with that swirly stuff. I don't know, but isn't that cool? Rotate it. See, you rotate it and then you get more. And I'm empty. Oh, there's a little bit. But isn't that cool? I mean, who came up with this? That's just pretty stinking smart. And then, I don't know if you're supposed to wash it or anything. I didn't. There's a little bit left on there. And then you have your little holder, and then you put your little pen right there like you know what you're doing. Is that not cute? I mean, that's like super cute. And then you put your stopper back in and get ink all over your fingers. Yep, see, we get, like I said, never trust a clean crafter. That's all I got to say. But isn't that fun? Okay, I've wobbled on for I don't know how long now. Okay, well, you know that's what you're going to get with me, so it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to put this back in here to keep it safe because it's glass, right? Right. Put that to the side. Okay, let's look at this real quick. All right. I mean, I don't even know where to start because it all mixes and matches. Let's start with Simon Hurley's. Simon Hurley and Spellbinders, Simon Hurley and Sizzix. He's just been working for everybody. So this is Floral Stems. And look at the dies. All kinds of layering. So you have two pieces for each flower. A layering, and then stems and leaves and little middle parts. So this doesn't do it justice, I know. And then he has some vases. Ceramic vases. Vases, tomato. These poor pictures are just awful. But look at these. Look at the detail that's going to be embossed in those. Now that's impressive. That's thinking impressive, let me tell you. So you have your long stems, and you pair the two together. Okay, then we have, let's just go with this one. This is Rustic Garden. So this has the fence and the wheelbarrow. There's your water, like your water well. A little bird house. Little twigs, which they don't show you all this stuff. See, they're busy showing you the flowers, which you don't get. It's not just Spellbinders, it's all of these companies. I mean, you look at this and you don't, what are they selling? You'd think all of this. And then how's it growing? No, that's in another set. They're just evil that way. All right, and then we have Garden Builder. Look at those. That is so much fun. So this part right here is this, and then it has the layering pieces. Oh, this is so much fun. And you guys know I'm not a fussy cutter, a fussy small. If I have to use a, excuse me, if I have to use a jewel picker to pick it up, it ain't happening. Except for Spellbinders. There was a set like this over Christmas, but tons of flowers, and I made a super fantastic card. I mean, it is gorgeous. Anyway, it's at the store right now being displayed. But anyway, these are really simple though. They're not fussy. To me, they're not fussy. That's really cool. But that's what you get in there, and that's kind of plain Jane, and I don't know. But these are going to be great. And then we have the Country Wheelbarrow. It's barrow, but I say barrel. Anyway. So here it is. You don't get the flowers in there, and you don't get the thanks a bunch or the embossing boulder. Oh, no. You just get this part. And I'm trying to figure out what these are. I'm going to have to figure that out. I'll have to look at a picture or something, but I don't know what those pieces are. But anyway, so we got that. So you can take this, fill it full of flowers. You can build a fence. You can put your wheelbarrow in the, or you can put your barrel in the wheelbarrow. You can stand it up. The water thing can be on top. I mean, it is endless. Then you have season decor. So look at all this. I mean, it doesn't do it justice, but look at all this. So you have a gift, you have eggs, stars. What's that supposed to be? Bread, cookies, something or another. I don't know what that is. Logs? That looks like logs. Logs with a bow? I don't know. But your vegetables. So you can take any of this, fill up your wheelbarrow. Your wheelbarrow. Your pushing device that holds a bunch of stuff. Fill it full of this. So you could do Easter, you could do Christmas, you could do St. Patrick's Day, just gardening in general, 4th of July-ish. I mean, is that not cool? And then you could even take these and decorate this area. You could put eggs, you could put carrots. I mean, is that not super cool? Then we have this one is Welcome Sign and Sentiments. So look at that. So you have your post. You do have that. You have your post. You have all this mechanism. And then this little area right here. Look at all the different ones. So you have flowers, snowflakes. You have a leaf, like for fall. There's another leaf, like sun rays. So you can change those out. Is that not cool? And then all these sentiments, fall, spring, welcome, summer, I pick you, farm fresh, welcome, winter, thanks, sending, love. And then you have all these, little cupcakes. Oh my gosh. So you could actually stamp these inside of that, I bet. I bet you. And then on your little sign, all these fit on there. Holiday cheer, Christmas trees, birthday wishes, home sweet home. So, and then you don't get the flowers. No. That is from this one, from the Garden Builder. See, there's this one, and then the tulips, and then the kitty cat right there. But is this not awesome? I mean, just mix and match. So you do your home sweet home, and then you could do pumpkins around it. You could do Easter eggs, you 4-leaf clovers. No, that's actually 3-leaf clover. Gifts. I mean, is that not super cool? I'm just saying. This is a super fantastic, versatile set. That's all I got to say. And what's really cool about this is when you start making this stuff, don't go and get paper out of your good stash. Go to your drawer or your file or wherever you have it of all your scraps. Yes, just get you a handful of scraps and start cutting. That's all I got to say. Because you're going to put this one with this one and this with that and those with these. And you might as well just cut out a whole bunch of stuff. That's what I'm going to do. So now that I've wobbled on for a long time, I'm just going to get to cutting. I'm going to cut out a whole bunch of stuff, and we're just going to start mixing and matching and make us some super fantastic cards. So what do you think about that? All right, well, let me go get my scraps and get to cutting, and I will be back. Okay, lots of cutting. Yes, cut. I went ahead and glued these together. We have all of our different pieces, the little stems. I inked around the edges. I always like doing that because I just think it gives it a little more depth. You can kind of see, if you compare, even though this is the back side, see how stark that is? And then if you ink it up just a little bit, it adds just a little depth to it. So I always like doing that. So we have flowers. We have flowers and we have some greenery. And I inked it up also. Ta-da! Give it just a little bit. And I started trying the Nouveau blending daubers. And I like the shape. Where's my other dauber? You know, these, and they're great, but they roll around. These are nice because they stay. I mean, you can lay them down, but that's nice. I like that. So I had some aged mahogany, and that's what I used on everything, just a tiny bit. Excuse me. And so for the vases, I cut out several. I cut out this, and you can't really see the embossing. So I inked it up. I just inked my stamp and then ran it through, which I kind of boobed up there. It was just last minute thing, but see how it gets in the grooves and you can see it. So if I did it correctly, it would be in the grooves and not a big blob like that. So then I had some kind of marbly paper, and I tried that, which I like the way it looks, but again, you can't see the embossing really well. So I decided to use some foil paper, or matte, what do you call it? It's just a matte silver, because you can really see the embossing. And I will ink this up a tad to give it just a little. And what's funny is you don't think there's anything on there, but there is. There's lots on there. And of course, over time, it will look like that. But anyway, so that's my vase. All right, background. What are we going to do for a background? We need a little something. A little something subtle. So, excuse me, we're going to do a 5x7 card, just so I can arrange my flowers. Spellbinders, 3D embossing folder. This one is Puffy Dots. Just something kind of simple, give it a little texture, but still it's a little stark. So let's just do a little zhuzh in the middle. Let's kind of see where these are going to go. Just a little, like I said, they're going to go in there, but just so I can kind of see where I may want to put. So I'll have to do a pretty big circle. All right. So what I was thinking for a little color before we emboss it is blending tools. We need a blending tool, and we need some color. What about just a real pale blue? Let's see what we have here. What did I just pull out? Or green. I think blue might be pretty though. Any of these would work because you can just add a little bit more of a purple. I don't know. Do you want to go with the green? No, blue will make it pop. Chip sapphire. Let me see if there's another blue. Blue? Oh, here we go. What do we have here? Here is some salvaged patina. That's green. That's green. Pine needles. That looks blue. Broken china. I don't know. What do we think? Let's get those two out. What is this one? Speckled egg. That might be good. All right. Let's just go with those two. Because we could be deciding all night long, couldn't we? And we can do a little test on the back side, which it could be either side. Let's just go with this. Little test. Okay, not bad, not bad. Salvaged patina. That's a little brighter. Let's go with that one. All right, we'll turn this over. Let me make sure is this one clean? Hasn't been used at all. Let's use this one. Make sure there's nothing on this one. Nope, good and clear. All right, let me move some of my greenery here. And these really aren't fussy. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of little pieces to cut out, but it's really not bad. All right, let's ink this up. I'm just going to start lightly in the middle. You can always add. You don't want to start out dark, because what will happen is you'll lay this down and you'll have a big spot that you won't be able to blend out. And on the blending, it does depend on your cardstock too, as to how smooth your color looks. Sometimes it'll look a little grainy. That can be cardstock, because these inks are really, really creamy. Let's do a little bit bigger, just because those flowers are going to cover up a lot. We want just a little something. And we can even go in and ink the edges too. What do we think? There we go. Let's try that. Only paper, right? All right. So what I'm going to do with this, even though it is oxide, I know, I'm going to spritz it probably, unless you want that speckled look, I'll probably just spritz it with water on the back side. Because anytime you use an embossing folder, whether it's 3D or just a regular 2D, I always spritz it. You get a sharper, crisper embossed pattern. But especially with 3D, because it draws that paper in there so much that sometimes the paper will crack, depending on your paper. So I will hit this with a little bit of water. And with Spellbinders, let's see, they're raised. When you put this in, you want the Spellbinders name to look up at you in the front. Some of the embossing folders, some of the companies, it's the opposite way. But this is what you want, you know, the front of your card. You want to be able to see Spellbinders. All right, let me spritz this and run this through my Big Shot, and I'll be right back. Okay, the big reveal. I haven't looked yet. Ooh, and the crowd goes wild. Look at that. The other side looks pretty awesome too. I think it's pretty cool. All right, I think I'm going to trim it down a little bit, because I went ahead and cut it to a 5x7. It's going to go on a 5x7 card, so we need to trim it down just a hair. Maybe a hair more, because I do want to mat it. I think it just kind of finishes it off. Where is my... This was actual cream paper. I have a 5x7 card here. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If we just added this on there, I mean, it just kind of, I mean, it's okay. But if we add a little color to it, and what color could we add to it to make it pop? We'll just look at several colors. We could add a little bit of that. I mean, just a little hint. And then, you know, this is going to pull in. I'll just throw some of these on here, just so you can kind of see the process. The colors. So see how that makes that pop? And then if we did another color, let's try this one. And see how it brings out the yellow? I mean, isn't that cool how that works? We could try and you could try a lighter color, but I like the bold colors. And then look at the purple and see how that purple really comes out. I mean, that to me, that's a hard choice. The purple looks good with the blue there. I don't know. I'm loving the red. Oh, I don't know if I'm not gonna have enough red. Well, if I trim it down, I'll barely have enough. Maybe. I like the red. I like the bold. Okay, let me trim this down. Let me see if I'm gonna have enough. Oh, well, you know, the color that I like. I'm gonna have just enough, I bet. Okay, let me trim these two down and then we'll start arranging. Okay, I went ahead and used score tape just because there's so much embossing and it kind of gets, you know, a little wavy. There is a lot of flat space on the back of this where you could, you know, use glue and you would be just fine, wet glue. But most of the time I choose to use score tape. I went ahead and put this piece down, and then we're going to put this piece down together because I always like to show you, if you use score tape, you peel it off and you go to put it down, it's down. And if you mess up, it's, sorry, it's down. So one of the tricks, you can peel it off and take a glue stick, just any glue stick, cheap, whatever glue stick, run over the score tape just once, and then lightly put it down, and you can maneuver it a little bit. And if you have a part that sticks, that gives you a second to lift it up. Okay. But what I like to do is take one of my pieces and peel it back just a little bit, dog ear it. Okay, so you have just a little bit exposed, and then place it where you want it. Don't push that corner down, but get everything lined up where you want it. Looks good. And then press that down. Now it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's down. It's not moving. And then go ahead and pull this out. Burnish that down lightly. And then pull this other side off. That way you won't have that problem. Also, if you have a little bit of overhang on your score tape, just take it and fold it over. Lay that down. And it keeps it all nice and straight. So there we have it. All right. So now it's just the fun part. It's just arranging. You know, I love to make flower arrangements. Actually, I made one for a big hotel here in Branson. And anyway, it's a huge arrangement. I mean, huge. And I made it a couple of years ago. And anyway, it's actually, the base is like this huge basket. It's kind of a low, you know, frame basket. I don't know if I have a picture of it or not. I do, but I think I took it off when I changed phones. But if I find it, I'll insert it. But don't hold your breath on that one. But anyway, I'm very proud of that. And what's neat about it is when you walk into the hotel, it has this grand entry and this beautiful leather furniture. And, you know, the ceiling is, I think it's 3 stories, absolutely beautiful. And as soon as you walk in, the floor has kind of it's tile. It kind of has a, you know, circular pattern in the middle. And there is a vintage chest, like, you know, the big chest, hope chest, whatever you want to call them, big chests. And my arrangement sets on it. And that's like the first thing you see when you walk into this beautiful hotel. So that just makes me feel special. Anyway, so I know my warbling. So now it's just doing the fun part. And I'm thinking I may pop this up to give it a little dimension, and then as I'm arranging, I will pop some of these up. Just to give it more dimension. So I may do, you know, one here and one there just to give it a little bit. So it's going to take a little time to arrange, you know, because you'll do this and do that and pull this out and add this. So I think I'm just going to speed it up because it is a process. And I'll have to trim some of these off. But anyway, so I'll speed it up and we'll get this done. We have an arrangement. We have a card. I went ahead and stamped out Plant Kindness and Gather Love. I didn't do it on, I'm not going to ink around the edges. I didn't do it in a different color because I just want it to kind of fade into the background and then the sentiment just kind of pop. So speaking of pop, I put some dimensionals on the back. And we're going to put this right here. Straight as we can. And fold it and let's burnish it so it will stay closed like it's supposed to. And ta-da! What do you think? And you don't have to do dimensional like this. You can glue yours straight down. That way it can be mailed. I mean, this could be mailed too. You know, just put another, like a 5x7 piece of paper just over the top of it and slide it into an envelope. But, and it'll protect it. That'll be enough. But that's what it looks like. So I hope you enjoyed it. You know, to me, it wasn't a big deal. Yes, I mean, there's a lot of cutting, but I have extras. I have a few extras that I can use on something else. And I just really enjoyed it. I love Spellbinders, foliage, flowers, that kind of thing. But anyway, All right, well, I hope you're inspired. Send somebody a card. Just a quickie. You don't even have to make it Dollar Tree, $1.25. Thinking of you and sign your name. Everybody loves to get happy mail. So until next time, bye for now.